Vikings, let's win the game!
Hey, Vikings fans! In today's video, we've got headlines that'll make your heart skip a beat. Just imagine an in-demand cornerback finally hitting the open market and a rival potentially making fatal blunders that could tank their whole season. Then, out of the blue, a key linebacker departs from an enemy team. Could the Vikings pull the trigger on not one, but two sensational signings? Also, there's a player poised to turn the game upside down this year. Gear up for strategic moves that could totally transform our team's landscape this season. You won't want to miss out on these updates. Welcome. Show your Vikings support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. Stop everything you're doing because a bombshell just dropped in the North Division. One of the hottest names on the market is finally available, and the odds are he could be donning purple and gold. Jaire Alexander, formerly with the Packers, is now up for grabs, and it looks like the stars are aligned to bring him straight to Minnesota. Despite battling injuries over the last few seasons, Alexander's skill on the field is undeniable and crucial for any defense eyeing the championship. With the Super Bowl window ajar for the Vikings, stepping up our squad with a player of Alexander's caliber isn't just an option, it's almost a quest. Which fan wouldn't dream of an ex-Packer ramping up our team's caliber, especially in a vital spot like the cornerback position? Let's be real, the Vikings' cornerback room is solid, but not impenetrable. Throwing Jaire Alexander into the mix could turn a decent group into a defensive stronghold. Picture him alongside Byron Murphy Jr. and Isaiah Rodgers. Now that screams competitiveness. Not to mention, lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, right? The Vikings have a track record of snagging players from the Packers. It's almost a tradition. Scooping up a talent like Alexander, especially when everyone expected him to land elsewhere, that would be the icing on the cake. The fan reaction has been explosive. Social media is buzzing with speculation and high hopes. Alexander's arrival wouldn't just be a tactical win, it would also strike a moral blow to our long-standing rivals, the Packers. And while you might be wondering about Alexander's fitness, after 2 injury-riddled seasons, remember, his talent and experience are indisputable. With top-notch medical staff and careful management, he could very well be the secret sauce the team is looking for in the 2025 campaign. And while many are already celebrating the potential heavyweight addition, I've got a feeling that the winds might be blowing even more in Minnesota's favor, because what's coming next is even more unbelievable. Still resonating in the NFL universe, Jaire Alexander's departure from the Packers wasn't just explosive news for Vikings fans, but could seriously backfire on our eternal rivals, the Green Bay Packers. This episode has all the makings of a drama we'd watch on repeat, especially due to the irony of potentially sinking the Packers' 2025 season. After relying on Alexander to hold down the fort defensively for so long, Green Bay finds itself in a precarious position by letting go of their top cornerback without a worthy successor in sight. Their decision not to bolster the position during the offseason has left many Packers fans furrowing their brows. And let's be honest, it brings us a bit of guilty pleasure. Now facing a significant gap in their defense, the Packers will have to rely on less experienced players like Carrington Valentine, Isaiah Dunn, and Tyron Herring, names that so far haven't shown they can take over the defensive leadership mantle. The lack of depth at cornerback could very well be the Achilles heel that prevents the Packers from progressing this coming season. For the Vikings team and fans, it's a mouth-watering scenario. With Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison ready to exploit any weakness, the face-offs against the Packers next season are set to be offensive spectacles. Maybe this will be the year we see our attack shine even brighter, capitalizing on the gaps left by this controversial decision. As we watch this saga unfold in the Vikings' favor, one has to wonder, will the Packers realize their mistake before it's too late? And how will it affect the dynamics in the division? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The 2025 season promises to be thrilling, and we're here for every second of this action. And speaking of action, let's not forget that the NFL market is still buzzing. That leads us to the next big move, another player release that no one saw coming and could redefine a team's entire strategy. And the Minnesota Vikings might just benefit. Let's head to the next piece of news, which promises to be as exciting as this one. In a move that surprised many both inside and outside of Cincinnati, the Bengals have chosen to release linebacker Jermaine Pratt. This decision is not just a turning point for Pratt, but also a defining moment for the Bengals and possibly a golden opportunity for other NFL teams, including the Vikings. Pratt, coming off a solid 2024 campaign, proved himself a crucial player on the Bengals' defense, with impressive stats that included ranking among the top 10 in total tackles league-wide. His departure leaves a significant void in a team that has struggled to balance its focus between offense and defense. This year, the Bengals decided to heavily invest in their receiver duo, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, committing a sizable chunk of their salary cap that could have been used to strengthen the defense. With Pratt out and a contract dispute involving defensive end Trey Hendrickson still unresolved, the Bengals' defense looks set for a challenging 2025 season. Now, the burning question remains, where will Pratt play next season? With his proven experience and skills, there will be no shortage of teams keen on his services. For the Vikings, Pratt could be more than just an addition. He could be a game changer. His leadership and defensive prowess would be invaluable in coordinating our linebacker line, adding depth and strategy to our defensive scheme. The irony of the Bengals' situation, releasing such a vital defender in favor of offense, is one of those stories that grab the attention of any football fan. And while the Bengals may have to deal with the fallout from this decision, the Vikings might be in the perfect position to capitalize on this unexpected development. As this news is still fresh in the headlines, the echoes of its impact are already being felt. Pratt on the market means many teams will be reassessing their needs and strategies to accommodate a proven talent like him. And while other teams make their moves, we're left pondering, who will be the next big name to cause a stir in the market? Stay tuned, as the next news story now involves an even more thrilling situation. The 2025 season is approaching, and with it, expectations are rising, especially when it comes to recovery and redemption for some players. Pro Football Focus, known for its rigorous analysis in American football, has recently highlighted Javon Hargrave as the main candidate for the Minnesota Vikings to have a comeback season. Hargrave, a talented defensive tackle, suffered a significant injury in 2024, limiting his play to a mere 104 snaps. However, prior to this setback, he had impressed with his consistency and ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks. With a pass-rushing win rate among the top 4 interior defenders in the 3 years before, expectations are high for his comeback. Joining a Vikings defensive line that underperformed last season, Hargrave has the opportunity to not just prove his own resilience, but also to catalyze improvement across the team. The signing added a strategic dimension to the Vikings, who also signed Jonathan Allen in the same transfer window, showing a clear focus on bolstering that area. Comeback stories are not just inspiring, they are proof of human resilience and sportsmanship. For Hargrave, this year offers a chance to put 2024's challenges behind him and remind fans, teammates, and himself just how impactful he can be on the field. And for Vikings fans, this possibility of redemption is yet another reason to watch every game with great anticipation. As everyone prepares to see Hargrave and other potential comeback candidates shine, only questions remain. Who will exceed expectations? Who will be the season's surprise? These are the narratives that keep all Vikings fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the games to come. Which news caught your attention the most, and what other moves do you think the team still needs to make? Your passion, energy, and loyalty are the heartbeat of Vikings Nation. So let's keep that energy going, share this video, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest Vikings updates. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go!